What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Simply Brittany J, back with another video. And honestly, I just feel like this video just needed to be made. Like, this video right here is about to answer the question that I get literally all the time. People DM me about it. They write under my pictures about it. They ask me in person about it. And it's just like, let me just make a video and hopefully this will answer your question. Maybe questions. And then hopefully I won't get asked as much, or I could just refer you back to this video. So basically, let me tell you. So the question I get asked all the time is like, Brittany, how you lose so much weight? How you lose so much weight? And anybody who know me, you know that I used to be almost like 200 pounds or something like that. So I lost basically like 70, 60 pounds, something like that, you know. And I did like not see people for a while. So when I did see people again, it kind of shocked a lot of people. Like, some people thought I like was working out and stuff like that. When actually, that wasn't the case. I had a lot of like stress and depression that was going on for like a constant, I don't want to say year, but for about a constant 6 months. Might have been a little bit longer than that. That's why I don't want to say a year though. But that's why I don't want to say a year though, because I don't think it was that long though. But I just think it was at least 6 months. I can't really pinpoint the time when I started to feel somewhat better, but yeah. So basically, what happened to cause all that stress and depression and stuff like that? So about June 23rd, I think this was 2019. Yeah, this was 2019. So I was on my way downtown with my friends and stuff. And, you know, anybody who knows me, I'm not terrified to, okay, well, now I am, but beforehand, I was not terrified to drive. I just was SpongeBobbing it and just didn't have my license. So, but crazy enough, I actually was like on my way to getting it and like practicing and like studying for the test and all that stuff. But anyways, this particular night, I probably wouldn't have been driving anyway because of what I was going to go do anyway. But I was going to go turn up with my friends downtown, go to the casino, walk around, you know, just do what we do in the city. So basically, I'm already pre-gaming beforehand, and I go call me a little Uber and stuff like that, and while I'm taking my shots and stuff, getting ready, feeling myself, vibing out to some good music. Then me somewhat buzzed and stuff like that, I get into my Uber. I might be buzzed, but when I'm buzzed, especially before I go out, I always like to be aware of my surroundings because I want to know like what's going on. Like now, when I get there and start turning up, I'm not gonna lie and say I do the best job of keeping that. But while this going on, best believe I'm gonna want to know where I'm at and who's around me, and, you know, at least to have somewhat of an idea beforehand. You know, just in case anything happens, it's like a safety precaution, you know. Like, I might not know who I left with, but I know who I came with. But anyway, so I'm in the Uber just vibing, you know. I'm texting my friends and stuff like that, telling them I'm on the way. I had a boyfriend at the time, so I'm texting him too, and letting him know what's up. And then, like, where I was going and where I used to live at wasn't very far. It was literally like maybe 15 minutes away. Probably less than that. I want to say maybe even 10 minutes away, to be honest. So I'd say probably like 7 minutes in the ride, maybe. It wasn't that long of a ride. It wasn't that long of a ride at all. But just, like right before I got to my destination, I just had this like heart-wrenching feeling that something's about to happen, and it did. Like, my Uber driver crashed directly in the back of another car and made that car crash into another car. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it hit another car. And it was just like, I was in the back seat. I didn't have no seatbelt on. And it has nothing to do with me drinking or anything like that. It's just, I just have a bad habit of when I'm in the back seat of not having a seatbelt on. And I feel like that's just because of, Michigan has a chauffeur law that you don't have to wear a seatbelt. And being so used to that, it's like, man, I gotta wear a seatbelt. I'm not going to, but I've learned my lesson. Even when I'm in the back seat, sometimes I forget sometimes too. I ain't even gonna hold you up, but for the most part, like when I'm like really, especially if you're a wild driver, I'm like, let me put this on. But I know seatbelts can cause some harm too and stuff like that. But yeah, at that point in time, I could have been a backseat bullet, like, and I wasn't trying to be that. But anyways, like, my whole body flung forward and hit the passenger seat, and like, I like smashed my face. Like, it took most of the impact. Like, my face took most of the impact, and then my body, got the rest. And I mean, obviously, I got the nose ring again now, and this was the same size that it was on too, I believe. No, I think it was on this side. I don't know. This is my third or fourth time getting my nails pierced. I don't know. I've done it a lot. But yeah, that night my nose was broken. I still got marks down here. That's not it, but I just gave y'all a little real insight into all my acne. But for real though, not this mark, but in person, or if you ever like really look at my pictures and stuff like that, it's like little marks and stuff, because I had to get stitches on my face from that incident, because like I was really hurt. Like, I was truly hurt. Like, my body was in aching pain for weeks. Like, I couldn't stand for long. That would be painful. Like, I used to be able to walk for, I could just walk for probably like an hour or 2 hours straight. And I know that might not sound like a long time, but I'm talking like just walking without taking no break. Just walking. And after the accident, it was just like, I'm exhausted after taking like 15, 20-minute walks. Like, and I mean not exhausted like, whew, y'all a little tired? I mean like exhausted like, I'm gonna need to chill out for a minute, or like, it was a lot of wear and tear, and like that kind of hurt me too, because I used to be such an active person, even with me being bigger. Like, that, I never let that stop me from being active. Like, I've always loved to dance and was dancing, so like, I always had some type of movement. I was always either dancing, I was always playing sports, so I was just an active, bigger person before all of that happened. And then going through the car accident, and like that changing like basically my whole physical strength. Like, well, I guess, can I even say that? Well, it just changed I didn't have as much strength as I had before. I think I said it right. Either way it goes, I just didn't have as much strength as I had before, and that like was really depressing. That on top of like how my relationship went a couple following weeks after the thing, like I was in a relationship with somebody and then we ended up breaking up, and I was like really traumatic because it was just like, this is the time I need you the most because it's not a lot of stuff I can do for myself. And it's like, now you're leaving me. So it was like that. Because of the accident too, and like my teeth still kind of like messed up. Like they're not officially like together, but they were like super loose, so I couldn't eat anything solid. So it's just depression, not being able to really physically move like that, and not being able to eat like that. Like I just slowly started to lose weight. And as you see, I was smoking too. But people think that smoking is the main reason why I lost weight. And the thing is, it's like, I was smoking heavy for like 2 years before that point came. Like, maybe even more than that. But I was smoking before then, but I was smoking like heavy 2 years into that. So it wasn't like, it was like, okay, I would smoke maybe once in a while. Then it became a like for a year and a half beforehand, for like 2 years beforehand, after I turned 18, I was just smoke socially. Then 2 years after that, I would smoke whenever I did on my own, because it was just, so it's just like, I'm already smoking on my own, like, that has nothing to do with me like losing weight, because I was still like, everything was still the same. I was still active. I still was able to eat. Like, I might have been sad about certain things, but I was like as depressed as the situation of with my ex, and like just little shit that I also had going on. But it was mainly because me and my ex broke up, and like not being able to be as physically active, like the depression for those two things, was just a lot. And when you sad and you stressing and all that stuff like that, you just end up losing weight. And honestly, it was even more depressing too, because it was like, people automatically assume that you're mobbed up. I'm in the waste management business. I fumbled the whole bag on that one. But anyways, for real though, like people automatically assume that you just doing some like crazy drug too, especially once they find out you're not working out or anything like that, and you haven't really been active. They're like, oh shit, but you over there doing coke and stuff like that. And I'm like, first of all, I would never put that type of drug in my body. Yeah, I'm open and honest about me smoking weed, because weed is weed, marijuana is marijuana. Like, it has never done me wrong. Like, I do know that, like, yeah, I understand how some people have certain addictions and stuff like that. But it's for real, like, I'm the type of person, like, one moment I want to smoke, one day I don't. Like, it is what it is. I might get on camera and smoke because it's a little easier, just vibe and just chill and just hit a blunt and let your thoughts roam. But in actuality, I don't just be sitting here rolling up blunt after blunt after blunt, because one, I feel like nobody should be doing that. And two, I don't need to alter my mind all the time to be in a good mood or good state. Like, I don't need to do that. Like, I personally smoke sometimes for relaxation. Sometimes it's a lot of reasons. Like, it's just a beneficial thing. Like, do I have my moments when I just smoke just to smoke? Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? But other than that, I would never like do any other drug that would just make me want to just like do, like, you ain't never about to catch a breeze on no meth or no crack or no ecstasy or nothing like that. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, this right here. This is all I need. That's all I need right here. But yeah. But yeah, after a while though, I did start going to the gym, but that was not until 2021, and I was losing weight and people were making comments on my weight beforehand. And that was like basically a whole year after the car accident. I mean, almost, yeah, that was a year and a half after the car accident, so that had nothing to do with me losing weight. And then, let me put this out so I can stop zoning out. And then let me see what else happened. After I did, like, started losing weight and stuff like that, you know, I started trying to maintain it because I was honestly losing too much weight. Even my doctors and stuff was noticing it and stuff. But it was just literally just because of stress, depression, and not being able to be as physically active as I wanted to be. So that's the real reason why I lost so much weight. It wasn't nothing like too crazy or anything like that. Like, I wish I had some like crazy diet plan that just worked really well for me. And you know, luckily, like I said, I did eventually end up going to the gym. Like, and I wasn't in there like every single day or nothing like that, but like for about a good month, and that might sound like not much time, but it did a lot for me. Like, it was able to slow certain areas down, and my body was able to like form a certain way. And now, like, I didn't have to go to the gym like that. Plus, it was kind of harder too, but I didn't have to go to the gym like that because I was able to do certain things. And then I had a different job too at that point in time, and I was like, especially now, going to the gym after working that job would be just really insane. Like, I know that it's possible and people could do it, but me, like, technically I still am straining my body more than I should be doing, but I gotta work, I gotta pay bills, so till something straight, you know. Gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah, that's the mystery of my weight loss. I wish I could tell y'all something. Like I said, I wish I could tell y'all something that actually, like, hey, you can do this too, and it worked for me, it worked for you. But I wouldn't wish a car accident, stress, depressing, or just being physically unable on anyone. So, not really something I want to say. So yeah, but thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate all the likes, comments. If there's anything more that you want to know, that you've been curious about, I don't mind. I'd rather answer those questions and stuff like that in a video and get it over with, so nobody has to ask me anymore, or at least not for a while. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Stay smooth, be breezy.